I'm going to try to say as much as I can in as little time as possible, so I'm probably going to talk really fast, stumble over my words a little bit, and things are going to get a little bit crazy. But just bear with me, because we're going to do this shit, okay? Skateboarder Magazine just announced that they're going out of business, and people are losing their shit over it, okay? Maybe not losing their shit, but people seem to be really confused about the fact that a magazine that seems to be doing so well could just go out of business. They're like, oh, but you guys have only done like 3 issues of your digital online magazine. What? I don't understand. You seem to be doing so well, and you were progressing, and everything was getting better. That's not necessarily true. You have to be able to sell advertisements to keep skate media going. And I say skate media, I mean all media in general. I'm just applying it to skateboarding. This could actually be taken to the outside world. I'm educating some of you motherfuckers, okay? You have to sell ad space to keep a magazine going, or a website going, or whatever type of media you're looking at. I don't think there's any skateboard newspapers, because newspapers are dead, and because that would be dumb also. But if there's only a couple of companies that are willing to put advertisements into your magazine or your whatever media, you can't succeed. You can't go anywhere. You have to have lots of money coming from lots of places, not a whole lot of money coming from one place. Because if that happens and your big company decides they don't want to run an ad this month, that puts you in a tight spot where you don't have the money that you're accustomed to having. And I'm not saying that this is exactly what happened with Skateboarder Magazine, okay? I don't know. I don't have any connections to the inside, okay? I'm not an insider. I'm just a regular ass dude that happens to know some shit about some shit. If you don't sell advertising space, you can't keep your media going, okay? And that leads me to believe that we're probably better off having lots and lots of small companies rather than just a couple of really, really big ones. And I'm not going to say names and things like that, because if I do that, people are going to get pissed off because I'm calling out their favorite pros, or I'm saying blank company when I should have said blank company, because that would have made them enjoy the video that much more. Not going to do it. Hold on, let me get some more. So if we have a lot of small companies putting money into the skateboarding media, it stands to reason that there would be more money in skateboarding. And why does it matter that these matter? Why does it matter? Why does it matter that skateboarding media is disappearing like it is? There's more money than ever in skateboarding right now, and yet somehow companies are dying off. Media's dying off. We're cutting fat everywhere. Companies are going on fewer trips. What's going on? What's happening? What's happening is that the money isn't going to the right places. The money's going to the top, and the top isn't necessarily a skateboarder, so it's not making it back around to other skateboarders. You see what I'm saying? Dudes in corporate suits, they don't give a shit about skateboarding tours, okay? They don't understand the importance. They don't understand the importance of being able to go on these trips and film for full-length skate videos. They don't understand it. They don't know it. And why would they? They have nothing to do with skateboarding. They don't belong here. They're affecting us, but they don't know how they're affecting us. They just think they're bringing in lots and lots of money, and that's good. But the money has to go to the right places for it to do any good. Now, back onto the smaller companies. That was really weird, like, autofocus, and I'm sorry, I can't fix it. It just happens. So there's lots of... It seems like somebody else seems to understand what I'm saying and seems to have noticed it even before I did, which makes sense because I don't get paid to do this shit. But there seems to be a lot more small companies popping up. People are leaving big companies and starting up small companies. And that's because people tend to like smaller companies, but I'm going to talk about that in a completely separate video that I'll probably record tomorrow, but don't hold me to my word because I tend to be full of shit sometimes. For instance, Girl lost both Brian Anderson and Alex Olson. Brian Anderson is starting 3D skateboards. Alex Olson was supposed to be starting it with him. They had a little bit of a difference of opinion, There's a whole Jenkem Magazine interview about that. Now Alex Olson is doing his own thing entirely, so that's 2 new companies coming out of just Girl in the last couple of months. Also, Jason Dill and Anthony Van Engelen left Alien Workshop, and they're starting their own thing. So that's a 3rd company. But also, P-Rod allegedly left Plan B, and I'm not sure if it's official or not yet, but he's not really keeping it a secret if it's not official. It's pretty out there. And everybody's fairly confident that he's going to start his own thing. Maybe he's not, but the way he's like teasing this, it really makes it seem like he's going to do his own thing, because it wouldn't make sense for him to go from Plan B back to Girl and him be showing off all these blank boards that he's got. It seems like he's testing shapes for his own company. Now, by the time I release this video, it may have already been recorded, or it may have already been reported that he's starting his own company. You know, there's nothing I can do about it. I can't go back in time and re-record this. So on top of that, what was that, like 4 deck companies that have started up in the last couple of months. There's also Shorties coming back because they killed their deck line a while back and have apparently decided that they want to try it again. So they're doing a limited production. They're going to sell those out. If they sell them out quickly, then they'll make more. Like, I think they're making like 1,000 for the first run. If they sell all those out in the first week, they're going to make 1,500 next time. If they sell those out in the first week, they'll make 2,000 the next time. And they're going to keep doing that until they find out how many they need to make to still make money. Why does it matter that so many small companies are starting up? Because it provides us with a vast array of products that we can buy. Like, you can get all different kinds of shapes of decks and styles of shoes and colors and all this other different stuff. And on top of that, if all of these guys are willing to chip in a little bit of money to get advertising space, we can keep our skate media going. And we won't have another big skate media whatever die, okay? And Skateboarder Magazine might be back. You know, they can do it. It's possible. I wouldn't hold my breath, but if Shorties is any indication, companies can be resurrected. And hopefully they will be.